This may not be a war, but there is conflict everywhere you look. The conflict of oil riches taken, not shared. The conflict of corrupt greed versus poverty. The conflict of deprivation and privilege living uneasily side by side, while the military try to keep the peace. The Joint Task Force is engaged in two operations: flush out and restore hope. Hope is hard to find here, but there has been some progress. You wouldn't have seen soldiers walking down these alleyways 4 months ago. With the military presence, some were uneasy about talking, but this man, a graduate, spoke openly. He described how armed groups had infiltrated this area. Since the army regained some sort of control, he says life has become bearable.
We are now safe. With the military, at least we can enjoy peace, and that's what we've been praying for.
This group of people had just returned from church. Their homes are surrounded by the stench of open sewers and garbage heaps, with oil spills washed up nearby. They say youth unemployment is the biggest problem.
The Niger Delta area, there are no industries there. No industry. If there is industry, the people that did not go to school, it will work. At least these youth will be empowered. They will not be sitting here doing nothing.
We were taken to what the military say was a base for one of the armed gangs. The commander said his men attacked it and destroyed it.
Where you are right now is the so-called militant barracks, where the cultists were mainly located. And here is the building of the leader, of the cultist leader.
This group launched a counterattack. You defeated them. They then escaped. Where are they now?
Right now, having been dislodged from Port Harcourt metropolis, they have gone into the creeks.
Here at high speed on the open waters, the Joint Task Force doesn't necessarily have the advantage, despite its firepower. It's often, so very often, outmaneuvered. A senior officer told me they can only engage the armed gangs in open water, and normally it's by chance. The gunmen's small speedboats nearly always escape quickly through the vast lattice work of narrow channels, the water too shallow for the Navy. At night you can see that this task force is far from trigger happy. People repeatedly flout the curfew. Here a driver ignores calls to stop. An army vehicle intercepts. The car crashes into it. Guns are cocked. An officer quickly establishes the man behind the wheel is a known public figure. He's allowed to go. More sinister, perhaps, the large number of off-duty armed police officers breaching the curfew. This man insists he's simply driving home late and resists all efforts to take away his weapon.
Hold on! Hold on! Hold on! Hold on! Excuse me, sir. How can you convince us? This is our greatest problem with you guys.
Here, the police aren't trusted by the public. There's good reason, because corruption is rife amongst their ranks. Kidnapping, extortion, robbery, fraud, endemic corruption make up the fabric of this society. It's inwardly sick, and no armed force in the world can heal it. The politicians need to find the answers, and quickly.